Yo, this is another video breakdown of a music video that I shot recently for an artist called Bulgarian Car Trader. The main concept of this video is that the artist is getting headlocked, choked out, strangled, whatever you want to say, by the actor, by this other guy. The main idea is that this scene is slowly revealed at the beginning of the song to keep people in suspense. If you haven't seen it already, go and watch the whole video. It will give you a better understanding of what this video is about. I make these videos with the intention of externalizing what I do as a way of going through and reviewing my own process, but also to share and hopefully give a bit of insight into how I go about making music videos and these kinds of productions. So let's get into it. Pre-production. For this project, I wasn't required to make a treatment at all. I just worked with the artist closely and we developed ideas together as they wanted me to direct and shoot it, so this saved a lot of time and energy. We had a budget of around 3,000 euros. That went to an actor, costume, camera and gear, food, transport, the location, gear transport, and color grading. I edited this project myself along with the artist, and everything else was done for free. The crew, everyone who worked on this project were all champions and all volunteered because they got behind the vision of wanting to make this project come to life. So super grateful. I did work with a producer to produce this, which was amazing. Took all the headache out of it for me, and we just focused on getting everything done within a 2-week period before the shoot. The initial idea came from the artist himself.
Yes, it works.
We basically got the ideas and we put it into Milanote, of course. I'm producing and pre-producing everything in Milanote these days. My standard thing is we go through all the things we need: props, costume, inspiration, mood board. These things all get put out first. That allows other people on the team to go about and source those things. And whilst that's happening, I'm basically taking the ideas and taking the story and making a shot list of that. Eventually, I go and check the location. We did 2 scouts of the same location. First, just to check whether it was usable, and then second, the location scout with the director of photography, who's Jakob in this project. And on that second location scout, it's basically to allow us to establish where are things going to be lit, where are we going to position the actors and artists, where's the light coming from, like what can we do in this space. And that's super, super important to have, for me at least, the director of photography there when I can, because he's able to say like, yeah, that's going to work, or no, that's not going to work, in terms of lighting, in terms of positioning. After the second location scout, I basically had a clearer picture of what I could do in the space. Therefore, I could give more detail into the shot list. With the production, we arrived at 8 AM at the location and just cranked it through for about 8.5, 10 hours with a break in between. I'm going to go briefly into the equipment list. Gear-wise, we shot this on the Arri Amira. We used also a Panasonic like photo lens for the lens because we wanted this like clean, sharp, comedic sort of look. With this lens, we added a diopter, and a diopter basically is a little attachment at the end of the lens which allows you to focus super close onto a subject. It acts like a macro kind of adaptation or macro lens. And so this allowed us to get these first shots with the eyes. The director of photography, Jakob, decided that it would be really good to have a top light and just set up one sort of main lighting scene for this project. So we had a top light, and then we had a Arri M40 bouncing the main sort of key light on the side. So we had a top light and this key light. And yeah, we also relied on some natural light and blocked it here and there because we had big windows in this location. So we kind of like blocked out light when we needed to. It was a great setup, and we could just rotate and move the actors in that same setup when we needed different angles, which was great. It saved us a lot of time. We decided to use a dolly and a jib for this project. We can just get so many shots, such a wide range of shots with so many movements if we just get this, and we can be done super quickly, and that was the case. I could not have thought of a better way to have done it. If you're just using a tripod and moving it around all the time, it can take a lot of time to set up and move around. But with this dolly, we just moved it around. And for the main shot, for this first shot, the grip set up some rails, and we just fucking went in and out multiple times. We were on top of a bridge and zooming in. This is personally my favorite shot. We didn't have the dolly or the jib here. We just took it out and put it on a tripod, I think, on the bridge, and shot inwards here, and then zoomed manually. All in all, very, very silly. And Dan, the artist, did such a good job in acting.
Put your finger in his ear again.
And performing in this, which was amazing. Post-production. This edit had a meticulous process when it came to post-production. We had 8 revisions at the end of it. And yeah, it was just tweaking things, making sure things were like feeling right. Nothing impressive in terms of editing. just some good old keyframes when you need them for that artificial zoom, and yeah, some stabilization in post. We then sent off the project to Ben Packer, the color grader, who I think does such a good job and really is super good at what he does. At this point, I was in already quarantine in Indonesia, so we had to do it remotely. We used a software called frame.io, which you might have heard of. It's basically an app/software designed to allow for feedback and sharing of projects and film projects. Ben, whilst I was in quarantine on different time zones, created first draft, sent it to me. I did a round of feedback, gave it to him. He did a second draft. Once the record label and the artists were happy with it, Ben exported it, and it was done. And I just want to say thank you to everybody who was involved in this. Yeah, it astounds me every time that I work with other people who are just so willing to just get their hands in and fucking make a project happen. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope this gave a bit of insight into how I go about making a music video. Like I always say, I'm making these videos for my younger self, just documenting my journey, externalizing my processes, hoping that perhaps one or two of you will benefit from my mistakes, my lessons. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. I'm releasing videos pretty much weekly. Have a lovely day, take it easy, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace. There's some bananas there.